Hello, it's your boy Carcino here. Welcome to the late night edition. Now, people always say, "Man, you're the most nocturnal person I've ever seen in my life." I'm up in the day, night, whatever is right, whatever needs to get the job done. Here I am. Now, many of you probably won't get this until you wake up the next morning or what have you. Um, I'm here to give you some information because I just got it. So here it is. LeBron James was having some conversations with some of the teammates who had some concerns about all of the issues that we saw presented to all the players and things like this yesterday. Concerns that he felt like, I understand y'all concerns, but y'all could at least voice them with everybody else, all the other players before things start leaking out to the press here and here and make us look like, disorganized. LeBron's at a point where he doesn't feel that he doesn't understand everybody's anger. And he's like, I get it. I understand why people are upset. I'm not somebody that don't get it. I get it. I know why people are mad, and it's not like I'm not mad and I just want to play just to win a championship. But he's saying economically, the company needs it. Like we need this. This is what we do for a living. This is how we get paid. This is how we take care of our families. The league needs this. And it's not just for us. Think about the smaller players that's not getting the multi-millions of dollars. There are other players that need this. They really need to go and play and have this income coming in, and he thinks it's uplifting. And this is a platform in which they could use to celebrate and remind people not to take the attention away. He's saying this is the biggest platform in the world to use. Like we could definitely still remember. No one's gonna forget George Floyd during the NBA Finals. They're gonna be talking about it throughout the NBA Finals, and LeBron's gonna use his influence to make sure that happens. This is on their side of the fence. I'm just the one reporting it to you. So people are gonna be like, man, Cino, you on LeBron's side? No. But I'm reporting what the conversation that just transpired. You might not get this till later on, but this is the gist of what's going on right now. So yeah, he gets why everybody's upset. He understands it. Steven Jackson, everybody else. He just kind of wished that people, spoke to him, and he's not somebody that's not approachable on something like this. And he thinks Pat Bev is just talking crazy. He's like, oh, that's just Pat Bev. Yeah, he knows how Pat Bev is. So he's like, that's just Pat Bev. He cool. Well, here it is. There are a lot of people out there that don't get it. I get it. But there's a lot of them out there that just don't. People don't know what's the next move, what's the next step. was a couple of people that wanted to get involved. Uh, that's right. Father Time is banging on his door. Father Time is sitting on his couch watching TV. What you got in the fridge, nigga? Father Time is knocking at the door. He on the couch. Heels up. Nice couch, nigga. Father Time is there. Now, I understand what LeBron's trying to say. He's trying to make it look like, look, I'm just like everybody else. Y'all could come out to me. I'm approachable. Y'all ain't gotta make it look like I'm keeping y'all out. It's all LeBron and everybody's going here and there. It's just not making sense. I know, man. It's quite weird what's going on here because you don't hear anybody else really talking. But it's like it's all the Lakers. Everything is centered around the Lakers and all these. And this is what happened when you have super spoiled athletes. Well, I see that, but I understand people just waking up. Oh, thanks, Lex. I appreciate that. hmm Well, you got to look at the scenarios. The scenarios that are in place for a reason. And the reason that they're in place is that they want other people to feel fear. They want people to feel uh, compellment to not want to challenge the decisions that the league has in place. Everybody's divided, and they're divided from their own players' union who didn't have the sense to even say, okay, we're going to represent all the players. Players have to be heard. You have team representation from every team. They're not in communication. Your team reps are that represents all 30 teams or whatever. They're supposed to, you know, communicate with everybody else. Now, everybody else is saying, why isn't it a 20-game season? What's the purpose of us playing additional games with two other teams that have no business being in this thing? Because Washington and Phoenix has zero chance of winning a championship. Why the hell are they in it? It's like it's unnecessary to have them subjected to playing against teams that shouldn't even be here and taking unnecessary risk. So you have a lot of teams that are very opposed to that factor. Like it should have been 20 teams instead of 22? And why is Phoenix and Washington here? It's just a lot of politics involved that, normally they try to hide and shelter, but now all that is coming to the full front and everyone is seeing it for what it is. LeBron James is, I understood from what they told me, that happened on the chat tonight, and tomorrow they're supposed to have another conversation when it's more people. But he spoke directly, I believe, to Dwight Howard and some other people on the Lakers. And they were having a chat, and he was basically expressing, like, look, I'm not somebody you can't contact on Zoom, and talk to you. There's a problem, talk to me. I should be doing my taxes. Well, I think they're going to have to come to a compromise. But if they made it optional, play if you want to, but you can sit home if you don't want to come in, it's gonna be a lot of players sitting at home. And it's not gonna be full teams. And whoever wins the championship, believe me, nobody would ever crown them as champions. It's done. The new NBA is coming. And now they're fast tracking to the new NBA quicker than you could ever believe. What LeBron is saying is that their excuse that people are going to forget about George Floyd is wrong. And that they're wrong for that. And the fact is that he don't plan to ever let that happen under his watch. Like, he's gonna wear his Black Lives Matter shirt. He's gonna participate. There's no way he's gonna let, like, that incident or that night be forgotten because of basketball. He looks at that like this is the platform in which we can make it even larger. We have the platform to make it larger. So let's do that. Exactly, Donnie. That's what I've been saying this whole time. One more player gets it, let's say another superstar, in the middle of these 8 games, they got to start testing people. And you got superstars that get it right before the playoffs. What have you just done? Right? So you play 8 unnecessary games and supposed to be a warm up, and then somebody gets sick. That's significant to a team going into the playoffs. Now that team would be like, man, if we'd have just went to the playoffs, we're playing a team who probably got us infected. We playing Washington and got infected by somebody from Washington. Washington had no point. They weren't about to make the playoffs. Why the hell were they even here? So now, okay, we get it. It's all about the money. Well, I understand that. And from what I was told, that LeBron is like, look, it is what it is. I mean, I think the season should continue. And this is why I think it should continue. And he's got a point. I don't think they're going to forget about no George Floyd. I think they're using that as an excuse. Okay, nobody's saying that they're going to forget about George Floyd if we got all this basketball going on. No, 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 no. Not the case. They don't want anything to happen because they want these owners to atone. They want them to do something or make some type of contribution or a plan and get involved. There's money involved, big money that people are talking about. Look, you need to start making donations. You need to come out and support the movement. That's what this is about. And they're trying to make it like, no, because we don't want them to forget about George Floyd and everybody. No, it's a little bit more layered than that. They want these owners of these NBA teams to take some type of responsibility as owners and say, hey, we're going to make a stand for our players who make us billions of dollars so that we can sit on our butts and do nothing for the rest of our lives. A lot of problems, a lot of problems. Exactly, but people will come out of it. Hmm. Yeah, well, you got to look at it from different perspectives. You have a both of them are lies, Don. So it's harder to say which one is more believable. Jeffrey didn't hang himself, and definitely Jussie Smollett getting jumped by two Jamaicans in 20 below weather. And that's crazy. Is that one of those brothers who box? They want me to do some type of thing on him with YouTube, and I'm like, no, I don't need that in my life. I'm not blaming LeBron for his decision. I mean, really, I understand what he want to do and why he wants to come back, but it's a lot more risk factors in it from a safety concern reason. Other people are using other motivational reasons. Like they are looking at it monetarily. They want to see the owner put up some type of financial responsibility from the teams to join on to the Black Lives Matters movement to try to get some of these policies changed. They want to see the NBA voice their opinion and stand up. And until then, they want to try to hijack the NBA and basically saying, "Well, we're not gonna play until the owners do what's right and stand up for social justice." And Kyrie took a big stand, because Steven Jackson ain't in the league no more, but Kyrie's a big player in the league. And if he says, I'm gonna risk it all right now, you know, Jeffrey dead as Dillinger. I don't know what you talking about. He gone. Ooh, when Kyrie come back next year, oh, is the league gonna punish him? Watch. They are gonna punish the living hell out of him next season. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of traveling on Kyrie Irving. Traveling, Kyrie Irving. Beep foul, Kyrie Irving. Man, what I do? Technical foul, Kyrie Irving. You'll be like, man, the refs are really sending a message. Kyrie's act could cost the NBA 1.7 billion in revenue. I'm serious. I'm learning more information about it. That's why I haven't said anything about it. I just didn't want to be the one to say something about it and then don't have all the facts. So for something like this, it was just too vague. I want to see what more, develops. So I gave it a day or two, and then that way I can give you guys a more accurate video. So I am aware of it. I'm just waiting, to get the right information on it. Chris Paul was on the call with Kyrie Irving, and he expressed himself. Melo was on the call. Dwight Howard and Avery Bradley, both of those guys are, they're more in favor of sitting out. Dwight Howard is like, look, I'm not going to compete. He's not going to compete at all. He'd rather sit down because, one, he wasn't getting a lot of minutes the way he thought he was going to be getting this season and the way he got earlier in the season. So he's like, look, I might as well sit down because, the social injustice. He's looking at the social issue and making a stand, which is a huge stand. And Kyrie's probably took one of the biggest stands in the NBA we have seen in a very long time. Hmm. If I'm sleeping, you'll hear me snoring. I'm reading the comments. Yes, Chris Paul is president of the Players Union. And what they did was make a decision saying we all gonna play and we all ready to play, with LeBron James basically spearheading and bulldozing people to the forefront and making the announcement himself that the league is coming back and we ready to play. So everybody's like, whoa, 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 wait. How's LeBron making this? And we haven't even been notified. Like we never even heard that was a call. So they were offended. So they went and had their own little conference call and they went from there. Well, LeBron James is his own man. I understood what he's trying to say is like to say that we're gonna forget this guy is ludicrous because LeBron plans on promoting that all through the playoffs. So there's no way that anybody's gonna forget it. Just you know, like, oh, we forgot about it. Man, these NBA games are going on so good. I forget all about George Floyd and the movement. It's not how a movement works, brother. I understand what you're trying to do, Captain Jack. I understand what everybody's trying to do. But you want to be able to shut down the NBA and everybody else until they start listening and paying attention. But there's billions of dollars at stake here. People kill for that and less. That's all I'm going to say about that. So we need to definitely pay attention and realize that this situation is only going to be resolved once they make it optional. Because it's obvious that the NBA is forcing this thing and basically telling them, like, y'all gotta play. And for those superstars who pull out and don't play, woo, next season, boy, you're gonna be playing in Boise, Idaho. They're gonna be like, there ain't no NBA team here. We know. Good luck. Yep, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, definitely hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. On the Patreon, we definitely told you guys some information that many of you didn't think you were going to get, exposing those biracial people who have been taking advantages of blacks and a black privilege, but never stick around for the hard stuff. We was naming out names. Other people started doing it too. I'm like, man, other people was throwing other people in there. I'm like, wait a minute, that person ain't even black. So I don't care. I want J Lo name on the list. I'm like, I'm like, go ahead, man. Do what you want to do. If you want to put her name on the list, go ahead, man. That's right. J Lo name supposed to be on the list. I'm like, go on, do what you want to do, man. I get you. No, that was Steven Jackson who was saying that people are gonna forget if the NBA season continue, people will forget about the movement and all the positive things that have happened about the Black Lives Matter movement. They'll be distracted by the NBA finals. So he think the game should be canceled. So George is George Floyd, not Frank Lloyd. So he's thinking that people are going to forget George Floyd. What's my source? Let's just say someone who was on the call. Yeah, LeBron just spoke clearly to, you know, His teammates saying that, look, I understand it. Don't think I don't get it. I definitely get it 100% what you guys are doing. Would I work for ESPN? Hell no. Daybone, you're incorrect. It's not justified. Now, Captain Jack is not telling you the whole thing. What he really wants to say is the owners need to show some type of loyalty or some type of commitment to the Black Lives Matter, whether it's monetary or making a statement saying that they're with the group. They need to show their unity. They've been quite quiet and keeping their hands closed and folded when it came to the issue. But during the games, they were definitely using this early on to say, hey, we care about the issues and we here are all in. Well, Daybone, I disagree. I was just looking at video all day today of a white guy that did not get. Not only did he get up from the police officer, he went back to his car to get in it, and then the officer grabbed the car and he hit him with the stunner, and it just made him mad. And he started chasing the police. The police was running from him. He was chasing the police officer down. All of this happened, and this guy did not, repeat, did not get shot. And he's chasing down the cop. Now, this guy was non lethal. With everything that's been going on for the past 2 weeks, this guy has non lethals. He gets up and walks away. And he's running. And you see it on the video. He's running away. The cop did it because he was mad that he got manhandled by this guy. And he was angry. The other cop didn't fire. And he got desk duty. The other cop did because he was angry. He got manhandled. And he wanted to extract some revenge. I'm quite sure that's why he was fired so fast. Because that police chief, I'm quite sure, has informed all officers not to fire unless someone in your life is in danger and they have a weapon and they're aiming it at you. And this person decided that he was the law and he was going to do it his way. The chief resigned because it was a resign or be prosecuted situation. You could resign with dignity in class and leave or be fired. Your call. So they decided to let the chief go out, police chief go out by, resigning. No, zero tolerance. That guy caused the police chief to lose her job after 3.5 years on the job. So go figure. Right. That guy shouldn't have lost his life that night. He was an idiot for what he did. Should have never fought with the cops like that. And, you got to teach people better. But after all the stuff you've seen, and you got cops telling you to get on the floor and all this stuff, I can understand him not wanting to get arrested like that. But this guy's definitely drunk. or belligerent the way he was running and everything else. So it's unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate. And, you know, they take it very serious. Action was sprung into immediately, which lets me know why does it take so long in other countries, in other cities and states. I'm like, man, it's taking you this long to arrest the guy, and you got it on tape. They had this on tape for a little, like 10 seconds, and that was enough to fire somebody in 24 hours. Two people gone in 24 hours. Action's been taken immediately. You got the state coming in to investigate. All of this was done within the first 24 hours. Forget first 48. This is the first 24. They weren't playing no games. None.